There we go. We're live. Show me live. Don't think we're live yet. Show me. It's just not showing me live yet. Nothing but complications. Come on. There we go. All right, put this up. Make sure they can hear me. Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome. Give me a second to get started up here. Let me get over on the live. I don't even know if I'm live. Hang on. Working on the volume. Make sure everything's working right. Don't think we're live yet. Okay. Show me. This is not showing me live yet. Give me a minute. Nothing but complications. Come on. There we go. All right, put this up. Okay, here we go. You hear me? Finally. Okay. Hey, everybody, hang on. Hey, everybody, welcome. Give me a second. Good shit, Let me get over on the live. I don't even know if I'm live. Oh, I just lost you. This is the story, though. This is the way things have been going. And that just fell back. Great. It's just going like that. So give me a minute. On. Okay, there we go. All right, are we here? Let me get back on this one. Back on and back in. Okay, finally. Okay, there we go. Let me get this going here. I apologize. Let me get back on this one. There's been nothing but technical difficulties, and I've really, there's this one too. I got stuff going on right here too that shouldn't be going on. Hang on, you guys. Let me get this going here. I apologize. Okay. There's been nothing but technical difficulties. And okay, we're on right now. Let me get off of Facebook. Hold on, hang on, you guys. Okay. There's been nothing but technical difficulties. I'm going to say it before I'm on TikTok yet. Anyway, I can say it. Facebook has been a real pain tonight, and so that's been the delay. I apologize for getting on so late, but again, Facebook has been a real difficult pain. I don't know if it's a thing with my server on Restream and Facebook, or if it's a Facebook issue, but it has been a real pain in the rumpus. So I'm just letting you guys know that's been the problem. Let me get started up on TikTok and we'll get going here, okay? I'll show you what we're doing. I apologize. It's late. I know probably nobody's out there because it's so late. Everybody's in bed, but I figured I'd do it. Give it a shot, right? Okay. So I'm really frustrated tonight with it. It took forever to get things set up. Let me set up my goal over here so I can roll over here. Oh, yeah, let's do some bunnies. Let me edit this. We'll do some bunnies. Do some Easter bunnies tonight. I don't even have a tease on TikTok, so I'm not expecting a huge audience to do this tonight. I apologize. This last night was crazy. Okay. Where we go? All right, let me get TikTok going. Glad you guys are there. Hope you're seeing me. If you don't, I understand. It's been like that. Okay, let me switch this off. We're ready to go. Okay, let me get this set up. And then we're going. Then we're rolling. Then we're rolling somewhat peacefully before I lose my temper. Okay. I almost didn't do anything on Book of Face tonight because of all this that was happening. And because I was so frustrated tonight. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. I know it's late. We were supposed to be doing this earlier this week, but life got in the way, and I apologize for that. The starts on these videos have been very embarrassing. You know, I have a podcast, and I don't go through these starts. Hello, Arvani. Hello, Steve Bold. Hello, Wake Up. Hey, Sherry. Hi, everybody. So I really apologize. I've been home since 8:30. Could not get this stuff launched and started correctly, so it's been really frustrating for me. And it wasn't on TikTok side; it was on the other network side. All right. So where we're at is I got the bright idea that once I put the face on the front of this house, thank you so much, Sherry. Thank you for the heart me. That it looked like a sphinx to me. So I thought it'd be kind of fun. I made 2 extra feet for it. See, we got the ears ready to go on tonight. So those bunny ears are going to go on the top. Where's the other one? Oh, there is. So the bunny ears are going to go on the top of the house. But I got the idea that the front kind of reminded me of the Sphinx. And so what I did was I traced out the 2 feet that came with it. And I'm adding 2 feet on there so we can have a front and back Sphinx. Okay? You know, for the front and back feet. So I'll show you what the front looks like. And I got to cut these to see the feet from the original. We're going to cut those. So I have some strawberry and I have white frosting here for this project. Let me swing this around and show you guys where we were at with it. Figure I'll be on. This isn't going to take a real long time tonight. So thanks, Pat. Thanks for coming in. No readings. Too late for readings tonight. Too late for anything tonight. I don't expect anybody over any other networks because it's just too late. My family doesn't stay up that late. So here's the front of the house. So check it out. See the bunny face? Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? What do you think? What's that? Buttercup. Okay. Is that cool or what? So we have a bunny face on the front. So that's what gave me the idea that maybe we would make this like a Sphinx. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll put 2 feet up here like the Sphinx, 2 feet back here like the Sphinx. That was my idea. You guys hear me okay? Yeah, you like that, Sherry? Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So that's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead because that's all. Really, we did the sides. The sides are done pretty much. I can fill them in with some white if we want. Okay. But we can go ahead and get the rabbit's ears on, and then we can decorate around the rabbit's ears. Maybe put gumdrops and stuff up there. Hey, Shelly. Sorry I'm so late, man. I had technical difficulties. And I'm not going to say with whom, but it begins with F and ends with an E. Okay, so here's how it turned out, Shelly. Check it out. Here's how the face turned out. Thank you for the heartbeats. See that? There's the bunny's face. Isn't that cool? So let's go ahead and get these ears on, and then we'll start working other stuff. Okay, I'm going to get this stuff out and start putting it on the roof. We're going to have a white roof on this, and we're going to put the bunny ears on. Glad some people are awake tonight. I know my sister wanted to watch, but it's way late for them to be. They're early risers. Thank you for the populars. Thank you. Remember, I can't do any music or anything on their sound effect, any kind of music because of the unfortunate rights situation with the other 2 networks. Okay, with the other 2 networks that we're dealing with. I am trying to collect 6 Easter bunnies. If you guys could help me out with that, that would be great. Hi, everybody. Hey, Park Pass. Hey, Fred, what's up? Welcome. Okay, so we're building this. I'll show you what we're doing. Here's the front of the kid. Here's the front of the house. Is that cute or what? So like I said, I got the brilliant idea the other night. Hi, Cereal Mom. I got the brilliant idea that to put bunny ears on here, which is cool. But then I thought, well, it kind of looks like a sphinx to me. So what we're going to do is we're going to make it into a bunny sphinx, a bunny house sphinx. Okay. Thanks, Fred. Thanks for coming. So let's go ahead. We'll put the ears on, and then we can take it from there. Because I have all kinds of stuff we can put on it. You know what I mean? Like we're going to put the carrots up on the sides here and stuff like that. But the main thing is to get the bunny ears on. I should have bought more of this, but I didn't because I'm an idiot. So we'll work with what we got. Because we want to get this covered as much as we can. And then, of course, it's Easter, so we don't want to do like we did at Christmas and go too far beyond on this stuff. So I'm going to try and get this on this side so we can get the bunny ears up. Get some ears up. I'm going to try and capture as much as I can to do it. We're going to get that right ear up. Hi, Jenna. Sunday's craft day. California Haunts, we do crafting. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the Diney. Thank you. Roar. I can do that. I can do sound effects. I just can't have music on. Don't want to irritate the gods at the other apps. Thank you for the tiny bunnies. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, so let me get this on. We'll get our bunny ears in. Jenna, come on in. Come on down. Pay us a visit. So I'm going to put the white frosting on both these sides right now so we make sure we have it on there. And then we can build off from there. But yeah, I was laying there, kind of not laying there, but doing the shows. And I kept staring at this thing and I thought, thank you, Fred. I appreciate you being here. And I thought, wow, it's really cool. It would be really cool to make a bunny sphinx out of it. Good to see everybody tonight. Hope everybody had a good Easter. I did too. I had fun with my family. It was fun with my family tonight. We talked about TikTok a lot. It's because, my family isn't on TikTok, so they have no clue. Hey, D6. They have no clue what TikTok is or does. My niece that's into social media, we like to sit there and tell them, exactly what I'm doing on TikTok and why I'm doing it and all that. So we are going to add some bunny ears on this tonight. And then we're going to cut the feet out. We're going to get the feet mounted. And then what we'll do is I have those big carrots. Not about those big carrots, putting them on the corners of the house to add that. And maybe some jelly beans on the roof. So it's not going to be a long build tonight. It'll be kind of a short build. I apologize for not getting back in here on this because, man, my life got in the way this week. I can't believe I ended up taking like three nights off TikTok this week to take care of stuff. A lot of personal stuff going on. My front and backyard looked fantastic. The work that guy did, absolutely fantastic. Like I said, I'm trying to save some so we can put the bunny feet on. So there's enough to put the bunny feet on. Good to see you all. I got lots of chocolate. That's one thing. Chocolate Easter bunny. I got a big, thick chocolate Easter bunny I'm going to be digging into. Not tonight. That'll keep me up all night. So tomorrow, the astronauts should be circling the moon. Tomorrow's the big day. To have the astronauts circle the moon. It's good to see you, Fred. How are you? Old friends, new friends. I had some paranormal stuff going on when I got home today. We were pulling in my driveway. It was dark, and I have those walkway lights on, which I'm going to share on TikTok when I share this house and the other house we built, the Christmas one. And they're set on timers, or not timers, but there's remote controls for the lights. They have like 8 different settings, and I've had them on solid all week. Running on solid. And we pulled up tonight. Okay, that side is done pretty much. As we pulled up tonight to the house, those lights blinked on and off twice. Strawberry shortcake. Thanks, Crazy Cat. Those lights blinked on and off twice. And there's no way they're going to do that, because then once we pulled up to the house, okay, so here's our face. Let's get ready to put our ears on, okay? Let's get our ears on. Time to put the ears on. So we have this ear here, and then we have this ear. So those are going to go on the roof. So let me flip this thing around. Isn't that cool? When I got the I got the idea, but I'm not going to lie. I got the idea for the bunny ears from a Pinterest page. Okay, I'm not going to lie about where I got the idea from. I'm going to have to glob some on here to stand these up. But the rest of it, as far as like the bunny sphinx goes, that was my idea. Like I said, I was sitting here when I would do the show talking to you guys at night, and I got to looking at it, and I thought, you know what? We can make it like a sphinx. Okay, we're going to drop that ear in. So that one's in. Then I'll drop the other ear in. Hopefully I put them in a spot that's normal. I think that'll work. Or I'll ask you guys when I get done, do you think the ears should be higher? Okay? Because I'm not sure where I'm going to place the placement on them. But I need to glob on to get them up there. So give me a second to do some globbing here. A lot of globbing on this one. Because remember, all season, even with Christmas, we had a lot of problems with these things not working. These stupid kits not working right. That one has to be globbed more because it's bigger. There you go. How about this? See what you think. Ready? Let me flip them around. How's that look? What do you think, you guys? What do you think? Hi, Pamela. You guys like that? What do you think, Fred? You like that? Yeah, see? I got the idea from a Pinterest. And she had put bunny ears on hers. And then as I sat here watching this, as we were doing our TikToks, like we do, I thought, you know what? It would be cool to make sure that stands up. Make it like a sphinx. So we're going to put feet on the front, like the sphinx in Egypt. So that's our next project. I'm going to cut the feet out and get those ready. Let me make sure this is going to stand up. We don't want to collapse it down. So I'm going to try and make sure it stands up. That's really cool. Okay. So I'm going to cut the feet out right now, the extra feet, and we'll get the feet going. I ate all the chocolate one. Good to see Fred here. Good to see Fred. So let's get the feet set up here. And again, we're going to make it look like a sphinx. Right? You guys know the sphinx in Egypt, right? So it's going to be kind of like right here. That'll look cool. And what we can do to cover a lot of this up, I can mount it right about there. I know you guys are wondering what I'm doing because I'm like down here on it. I can mount those, yeah. I don't know if I can get you guys to see. Why is this not showing up? Oh, there it is. Oh, I got to push it this way. I forget. You guys on TikTok are on opposite camera. Okay. I'll try and pull it back to show you guys without knocking it off the table. There we go. Okay, so. Okay. What I'm going to do is take one of these feet, right? And we're going to put the feet right on the front here, like the rabbit feet. So it's like a bunny sphinx. Okay? So let me go ahead. I thought I didn't have this camera flipped. Hang on. Maybe the flip didn't go on. Hang on, you guys. Let me check the camera flip on here. Nope, it's not mirrored. Okay, we're good. All right, so let me get these on. I'm going to cut the other ones out for the back. And we're going to make it like the Sphinx. It's good to see you all. Thank you for the heart me. Jungle Skipper, hello. Hi, Tammy Hicks. All right, let me cut these feet out here. Anyway, so I saw the idea with the 2 bunny ears, and this one's coming forward. Get this one back up. That one needs a little more glob on it. So I'm going to glob that one a little more. This one needs a little more support. Yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. So I've left enough of this so I can glob these things on. Sole purpose of this life is to glob things. I'm glad you guys came. Glad I have an audience tonight. Didn't know if anybody was going to show up. So we're globbing the living crap out of this. Next week, we'll be building a Lego that somebody got me for my birthday. And it's a black rose under glass. Well, plastic, but it looks like it's under glass. I do investigations, yes. Haven't been out in a while. Going to be going out in a couple weeks. I've got 2 residentials lined up, and I also have a store in Old Sacramento that we're going to be doing. That they'd like us to come out on. So I'm excited about that. Okay, let me get this up now. That should hold it. Good to see you, Fred. Wait a minute, Fred. Is that Fred Schumacher? Hi, everybody. Okay, so we're going to start putting the feet on. Let me cut the feet out. And okay. Oh, I know who you are, Fred. I was just wondering. I was just talking to my friend the other day about this guy that used to be on my team. It's good to see you. Yeah, we are going to be going out to a restaurant in Old Sacramento, doing an investigation out there. Hi, Angel. And that's coming up. And then my friend, a good friend of mine, lives up the hill a bit, and she's got 2 houses. It's her house and her son's house that are haunted, that they're having trouble with. So we're going to go up there and help her out with her son and do both those houses. So we've got 2 residentials in a row to do. When we were at our height as investigators, we would do, and it got so busy because we were, hi Chris, we were such a popular group, a team on out there. We were doing 2 investigations a weekend. We would go out Friday night and Saturday night. We were so busy. We were running 2 or 3 prelims a week for a while there. I'm just cutting out these bunny feet now so we can add the bunny feet. Do you guys think those ears should be more further forward on the head? Do you like where they are? What do you think? Are they okay where they're at? It's good to see you all. Fred, thank you for joining me over on the other network, which I can't mention because of TikTok. Let me cut this one out. But I've been back. I've been here since like 8:30 my time, and nothing but technical stuff going on. And I noticed that Restream, who handles my video stuff for my shows and stuff, they changed the way they do things. And there was never a notice that they changed them. They just did it because I got in there. I was all confused. And then when it went over to, thank you so much, AI. And then when I went over to Book a Face, they had changed the way they do things with handling stuff like Restream. So it was really confusing trying to figure it all out, how to get it advertised out and stuff, because that's why I didn't have time to do any advertising really on TikTok. Okay. So let's go ahead on the front. We're going to go ahead. We're going to mount our feet. We got our bunny feet. We're ready to go. And we're going to mount them because I have an idea kind of how to make them not stick out weird. And it's with those big carrots that I bought. The carrots that have the Kool-Aid in them, you know those things? I think we can utilize those and hide like these bunny feet. Yeah, make sure there's no black on here showing up. For my pen. Very little. Okay, so here we go. Look at it, I can like keep one and have it like a lucky rabbit's foot. It's good to see all of you. Thanks for coming tonight. Okay. Hi, it's Miserable J. Well, thank you, Angel. Thank you. Yes, my toupee is working. I'm kidding. Okay, so I'm going to put the front bunny feet on. And I'm going to put it right along here. Because like I said, the idea is it's like a sphinx. So let me get this mounted. Nice glob. It's all about globs, right? And I'll shoot a video of this week. The vacation house, this is why I'm globbing. If you guys are wondering why I'm sitting here globbing, is the vacation house collapsed because the, you know what I got to do? I got to cut this. Make sure I cut these at a certain point. Right there. We don't want them going back like that. That's perfect right there. The vacation house fell apart. Remember we had that Christmas one that fell apart too after we built it. Because the stuff that they were selling is old and it didn't take. So it got hard. And so it broke it. And so, yeah. Okay. Okay, this could go further back because we don't want to see the edge. That's the key. We don't want to see the edge of the foot. We just want the foot on there. There we go. Okay. All right, I'll show this. I'll show you what I'm doing. So there's one bunny foot. Hello, Sphinx. I'll mount the other one. Cut the end off that one so we make it nice and thin. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Tiki Talk. Didn't think I was going to get anybody on the other networks because it's just too late for folks. By the way, I'll be back doing readings tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Pacific. Barring any technical difficulties. Thank you for the heartbeat. I appreciate it. Okay, that one went on great. I wish you, as I flip this around, you can see what I'm doing. But you can't right now. So I'm going to add this one along the back wall, so he's sitting. Now I'm going to let it stick out a little bit because it gives that feeling that he's just kind of there. Gotta love the bunnies. Hope the rabbit brought you some goodies today. Yeah, I wish somehow I'll figure out a way for you guys. If I have to lift you up after the show's done to show you what this looks like, I'll do that. But it is looking pretty cool. Now I'll put the back ones on. You can kind of see them as I come around with it. I'll lift you guys up to show you before we end tonight what it looks like. It is kind of cool. I should have been curving these off like I am right now. Let's see if this one will fit right where I want it. Yeah, right there. Okay. Yep. Here comes Peter Cottontail. Hopping down that bunny trail. Right? Is that how the song goes? Hippity hoppity Easter's on its way. Now, with the rest of the roof, we can add jelly beans and different decorations up there. Okay, so one of the thoughts I had, there we go. So the feet are on. We now have a Sphinx, which is kind of different, huh? Okay, so what we can do, now we can start decorating the roof. Do you guys want jelly? Hi, thank you for the rose. What would you like? Would you like jelly beans on the roof? Or you want to put like little, well, we don't want those little ball things because they'll end up getting on everything. You know how they are. Let's get the magic bag, see what we got in here, okay? Let's look at the magic bag. I bought all kinds of stuff for this project, and we'll see what we got. I got some marshmallow because we gotta make the tail. Got some marshmallows. These were the things I was gonna put on the sides by the feet. I think I'm still gonna do it if I can get them on. But we'll see. So I bought some of these, right? Okay, let's see what else we got. Man, this shop needs to be cleaned. So many projects we've done. That's for me. What do we got? Blow pops. We got some options. We can put some blow pops. We can either do the carrots or oh, that's not dummy. Okay. Or we can put blow pops on them. I can unwrap blow pops and we can put them like right here on each one, which might work. Totally up to you guys. We'll try and figure it out, okay? And I've also got, I do have gumdrops, jelly beans. Okay. I got these things, but you know they're going to make a mess, right? I don't even want to mess with that. I was hoping for those, but those things are cool. Oh, we have Easter grass for the front. Edible Easter grass. All kinds of stuff. Hang on. I've got some cocoa eggs here. Where is this? Should be another carrot thing in here. I got some peeps for this to go across the top of the roof. So gummies. Okay. All right. So let's see what we got. Okay. See what we can do with this. Do some artsy stuff here. Okay. I did prep a couple of these. So this is where you guys are going to come in now. I'm going to ask you what you want. So let's work the roof. Do you guys want, hey, Michael, do you guys want jelly beans on the roof or something else? You want to cut jelly beans? You want to put jelly beans? We can cut them in half and put them on the roof, or what would you like to do? Any ideas? No one knows? God, you're all quiet tonight. Usually you're all chatty. Jelly beans? Okay. I'm going to cut them in half. I'm not going to worry about color or, just organizing the color. What do you think? Should we organize by color? Well, I don't have enough to organize by color. So I'm just going to cut them in half and we're going to put them on there. How's that sound? Cut in half and put them on there. You like that idea? I'm telling you, you're going to like this thing when it's done. It's cute. I'm going to open up the cocoa wave. Do you know why? I'm going to have one. I'm going to have me a cocoa egg. All right, we'll do jelly beans on the roof. And I'm going to put the peeps across the... Oh, I opened up the Easter grass. Here's this. Look at the grass we're going to put in the front. Gummy Easter grass. Look, is that cool? We'll put gummy Easter grass in the front. I was going for the cocoa wave. Where'd it go? I got stuff all over my shoe. That's hilarious. The vacuum job in here is going to be a nightmare when I have to finally clean it up between Christmas and everything. Jelly beans, okay, I agree. So there. I'm going to try and take you guys on a trip to Jelly Belly. Would you guys like to go to Jelly Belly? We can see how jelly beans are made. Hi, Mika. Jelly Belly is a fun place to visit. Samples. Ooh, look, cocoa eggs. Oh, they look like robin eggs. Look. They look like actual bird eggs. Look, cocoa eggs. Ooh, God, they're hard. Well, never. Okay, let's do some jelly beans here. I keep moving things. There. Ooh, that's good. That's cocoa eggs. There we go. All right, let's get some jelly beans on here. Let's see. Do I like them on their whole or do I want to cut them? Make a decision here. Huh. Let me do one whole and one cut and see what it looks like. See what I think. Okay, we now have an Easter Sphinx. So Sunday nights, we might rotate Sunday nights from here on out. Hi, Jeff. And do craft night on one night. And then do, I like it flat. Ghost stories by the campfire on another night. Hi, Jeff. We're not doing readings tonight, Jeff. And that's what I'm thinking. We'll do the regular ghost story book read that we do. We'll do that on Sunday afternoons at like noon. And then we'll go ahead and either do Sunday night craft night in the evenings, or like I said, we can do Sunday night campfire ghost stories by the campfire. You guys like that idea? Doing ghost stories by the campfire? Okay, I'm going to start pulling colors and we're going to get these bad boys on here. I agree, it's going to look great with jelly beans. I have to cut all the jelly beans though. Hi, Tina, welcome. No readings tonight, kids. Hi, Tina, welcome. hadn't driven for a long time with contact lenses in at night. So that was my first drive with contact lenses at night. It turned out okay. Because I haven't had contacts for a long time. Hi, Lisa Marie. Let me show you what we got going on, okay? Yeah, so every other Sunday will be craft night. And then every other Sunday will be stories by the campfire night. Because my backyard is all set up now. And so I am now able to go out there with my fire pit, and we can get out there and do campfire ghost stories. Again, we started to do that last year. And then I did it too late in the season. And here, let me show Lisa what this is. See, there we have it, Lisa. Check it out. We have a bunny house. We made it into a bunny sphinx. Working on the roof now. So yeah, so we're going to start getting back into that. Some ghost stories they're all going to be true. Some of them are going to be from thank you, Tina. So some of them are going to be California from the files of California Haunts. Because believe me, we have a lot of ghost story files to share with people. A lot of stories. We have handled more than 300 cases over the years. So we have a lot. There's a purple one. We have a lot of stories to share with you guys. Yeah, so I got, like I said, yeah, a lot of ghost stories. We got a lot of investigations in businesses, in homes and all that. And I mean, we've run the gauntlet on stories. Okay, so now we'll do another row. Don't you go falling. And what we're going to do is, like I did last year, the one we did last year, which turned out cool, is up at the top, we're going to run peeps across the top. So I can share those with you. I also have other books I can read at night with different Native American ghost legends, ghost legends and things like that. So there's a lot we can do together. And I'm really looking forward to it. To doing that with you guys. So like I said, every other Sunday be craft day, and then at noon Pacific, and I know people want me to start doing that again, is to read from those paranormal books, those true stories out of the paranormal books. And sometimes we don't do that. What we do with that is we'll pick a thing like I picked the same color. Dummy. Okay. A book like Dracula or Frankenstein. And we'll read out of that. And that would be Sundays at noon. And then, like I said, from, for this 6 p.m. to whatever. And then if we're doing ghost stories at night, it's going to be like 8:30 p.m. Pacific. So it'll be kind of fun. I love doing crafts. I grew up doing crafts. My mother was a person that did crafts. And so it sounds like I'm saying something else, huh? And she passed it on to me. And so I love doing it. And so this is why doing stuff like this on a Sunday really appeals to me, to wind me down. Just like next Sunday, because we're not going to start doing the fires for another couple weeks. But next Sunday, we're going to be doing a rose that looks like it's under glass. It's a Lego. And it looks like it's under glass. And it's really kind of cool. I can swear that was red and not orange. That one's red for sure. Did I already do a red? I did. Okay, so what haven't I used? Yellow. That's what I haven't used. I got yellow right here. So we're working on the roof right now. We're putting the jelly beans on our bunny. And our little bunny friend. I need one down here, and orange is calling out to me for that one, or red. We can just put this one on there. Trying to alternate the colors. But I do want to take you guys to the Jelly Belly factory with me. Actually, let's put the peeps on, since we're up there anyway. Let me get the peeps on. Let me get the peeps. No, they're down here somewhere. Look at that. I bought all this candy for you guys, just so we can do this build. I want to even see if I can take you guys to Jelly Belly factory. I don't like jelly beans, but I can tell you this. I love Jelly Bellies. Here's our Easter peeps. Do, 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 do. And unfortunately, they're not like they were last year. So, I see what they're like. So we want to have them like this. That's going to be a little difficult. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try something with the peeps, okay? Let me try something with the Easter peeps. These aren't what I expected them to be. So what we're going to do is I'm going to cut off right here on them. I get that might be their tail. And we're going to try, oh, I don't like that. Okay, let's see what I can figure out. Might have to use something else on top, because I'm not too happy about these. These are not what I expected. I thought they were sitting up, but they don't. These are going to be too hard to mount. However, I could do them that way, but I don't like it. And I think, hang on, let me go see something really quick. My sister gave me some peeps. Let me see if they're the same kind or different, okay? Let me go see. Be right back, okay? Don't move, I'll be right back. There. I know I got some peeps for my sister, hang on. Okay. Nope, they're not peeps. And I'm kind of glad, because I'm notorious in my family for not eating peeps. I'm not a peep person. I do not like peeps. So I'm notorious. So let me figure out what to do up there. I have an idea. That won't be a problem. You know what we can put up there is gummies. Hi, Zalandra. I have some gummies. Let me find the gummies. You guys still here? I have some gummies I can put across the top. So that's not a problem. Let me find the gummies. I have an idea. Zalandra, what's up? Like I said, I bought a bunch of stuff for you guys. Whoops. What's the gummies? No, we got gummies. Huh, where were the gummies going? Gummies, where are you? That's not a gummy. I do not see the gummies. I know there's more gummies, you guys. Just hang on. And we can do this with gummies. I do have gummies. I have different colored bunny gummies. We can put bunny gummies on the top. I just gotta find the gummies. I don't know what happened to them. I'm also not a gummy eater, so there's no reason for there not to be gummies around here. Because I don't do gummies. Alexander. Here they are. How did that get mixed in with that? Okay, here's what we're going to do. Of course, I have a plan B. So across the top, instead of Peeps, what we'll do is I have these gummies. We have gummies, so we'll just put those on top. That's what we'll do. Because again, like I said, I'm very fussy about what I munch on. And I am not a gummy person. Just like I wasn't a jelly bean person until I discovered Jelly Belly. So let's run some white on top. And we'll go ahead and we'll put the gummies up there. Ooh. Like I said, it's not going to take that long tonight. And then last night, I didn't work here because my gardener was here. And I went to dinner last night. I've been well all week. I haven't been feeling good all week. I took them already. Thank you, Zalander. And everything I ate, I was getting sick on this week. It didn't matter what it was. I know that I said I had some other friends that were going through the same thing. And see, we'll put these on top. See the bunnies? We'll put those on top of the house instead of the Peeps, because those Peeps aren't like they were last year. I got a few colors I can work with for the bunnies, so we're just going to use that. So I went to eat. I forgot some of my medication that I take before I eat. Got sick as a dog. Got out of there, got out around, taking care of business. Okay, we'll just say that. Got done taking care of business around like 8:30. I fell asleep till 5 a.m. Because I was going to do this last night. But I didn't, like I said. Oh, get out of here, Garcia. I don't want anybody, I'm not back. Go away. Hi, Kimberly. Welcome back. So we got some multicolors of these we can put on there. So that's cool. They're not a lot of multicolors, but we got 2 blues and a green, and then the rest are red. So we can figure out how we're going to stretch them a little bit. Then we'll finish with the jelly beans on the roof. And the sides look kind of funky to me, so maybe that's where we'll put the carrots, is going up the sides. Because the carrots, I want to put them somewhere. And maybe they'll do better going up the side, fitting right here in between the windows. Because there's really nothing between those windows. So we could put something there. Hi, Mint Julep. Because these carrots will fit perfectly if I cut the tops off. All right. So let's get these up there instead of Peeps. And we'll finish with the jelly beans on the sides of the roof. And the vacation house, I bought butterscotch frosting. I'm going to fix the roof on there and make repairs. And I'm going to show you all this stuff. Because we made that vacation house turned out beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. One of the best builds I've ever done. But I didn't even get a chance to make Easter eggs this year, so I was kind of bummed about that. But we'll do this. Maybe we'll do Easter eggs tomorrow or Monday. Why not? So I'm going to throw this up here. We're going to mount these things. I'll put a red one on each end. And I got those other colors so we can do some spacing on them. Hopefully they'll stand up. Peggy Crow, what's up? Good to see you, my friend. Get my Easter bunny mounted here. Hopefully it stands up on its own and doesn't give me any crap. There we go, we got some Easter bunnies. I got the song in my head. La 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 la. Good to see everyone. We're just going to glob these bad boys on there. Peggy Crow, good to see you. Welcome. Welcome to Craft Night in California Hot. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I think you guys are going to like this in the end. Got to make sure they stand up because they're gummies. Since we have more red than anything, we're just going to alternate the red with whatever color. Hope everyone had a fantastic Easter. I think I stressed myself out last week, which is why I was sick. I love the AI. It's just all about everything I'm doing right now. For once, I'm agreeing with the AI. Okay, so we're going to have, where's that green go? Let's put a green guy. Green behind, put yellow or green here. Since we went blue, we're going to put yellow there. My dog is glaring at you guys because I had to lock her up to do this. She was locked up for a few hours before while I went to dinner tonight with my family. And she's not a happy camper right now. So she's kind of glaring at you guys. Because I'm in here instead of with her. Yeah, this worked out perfectly. As long as I can get him to stand up without collapsing, just like the main ears. There we go. I'll try to turn it around so you guys can see it, what I'm doing. And, okay. Let's get this blue in here. I was going to have red on the end, so let me figure out. Oh, green. I forgot about the green. So, okay, let's go with the green and then we'll put the red. That should do it. If I had enough of these, what would have been the right thing to do? You know what? Let's do this. Because we don't want them falling down. Right? We don't want them to fall down. I have an idea. I'm going to make them back to back. That way you can see it from both angles on here. Yeah, I'm going to do back to back with it. Watch this. This will work perfectly. If I make them back to back, they'll stick together. And the chances of them falling over will be 0 to none. So let's do that. That way it'll be a bigger setup too. Let me do this. That way they won't fall over. Let me get this up there where it belongs. There we go. That way the chances of them collapsing are going to be slim. That's what we'll do. Hang on, Peter Cottontail. Okay, let me get this green. And we're going to put like different colors back to back. Where's the? I thought I had the green out. Oh, the green back. Okay. So there's blue. We're going to put a red behind here. Because most of the colors we have are red. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to double them. Change my mind. Change my mind how we're doing this. Make it easier so they don't fall. Otherwise, put them up single, I don't think they would stand right. So they need to be like doubled up. See, I'm doubling them. Making a mess. Doing what I do best, making messes. Okay. All right, that works. We'll turn this way. Here comes Peter. There we go. Much better. And now I know they won't collapse, and you can see them from both angles on the roof. Hey, if you haven't given us a follow yet, and you haven't seen my regular show, I do tarot card reading. There's no one else that does tarot card readings like me on TikTok. I keep you entertained. I promise to make you smile and laugh every day if you give me a follow. I'm telling you. And I'll do it too. I'll make you smile and laugh every day if you give me a follow, if you follow me. I'm a comedic psychic. I am a very comedic psychic. Peggy will tell you I'm fun. My regular people will tell you how fun it is. Hi, Irene. Hello. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dream. There. At least I came up with an alternative fix for this. There we go, right there. Hey, Misty, how you doing? All right, we're almost. We got the last one going up. Now I'm gonna space them out. I'll space them out better. We got this. Then, of course, you guys will see the finished product when it dries in a couple days. But for the most part, we're going to wrap it tonight. We're going to get everything on here tonight, then we're going to let it dry. And then during the day tomorrow, I'll fix the vacation house. Hi, Miss Muscatel. And that'll work. That'll look really good. I bought butterscotch frosting for that to match the frosting that didn't work from the kit. So, okay. Put these two together, and that's it for those running across the roof. Then we'll get back to the jelly beans. There we go. Ran late for Christmas, ran late for this. Life got in the way. Okay, let me put this on the end and pray to God it all stands up. And we have to respace these. I gotta do a little, we're gonna move that one out a little bit. They look pretty good. Not bad, not bad. So are you guys gonna be watching them fly around the moon tomorrow? Anybody gonna watch the astronauts tomorrow as they fly around the moon? Or no? Let's see, that went down because I didn't have it set up here yet, like that. Okay, up it goes. Now we got it. There it is. There you are. A little too more on the edge. We want to come up this way a little bit. Okay. Get those to dry now. So there we have it. And that's not bad. That's not bad. It's not a bad idea. So let me get the jelly beans on the roof, on this roof side. And then we'll flip to the other side. I might even pour some of those sparkle things on here to make myself crazy on this roof. I've been thinking about it. Whoops, now this is tilting. Story of my life. I might be able to get the jelly beans in there to prop that up a little bit. Hi, Miss Chin. But I promise, if you give me a follow, I'll make you laugh and smile every day. Every day. I'll put a smile on your face. All right, so let me continue with the jelly beans now, and we'll fix our roof. I really want to put, let me try something. And I know these are going to make a huge mess. See these things? Those little ball things? You and I both know what a mess those things make, right? We're going to try it. I feel lucky. I also feel, yeah, right. See, it all came off. How did I know I would do that? There has to be a logical way to do it. I'm not going to do it. I just want to test out, see if I can actually get them on. I'm surprised I don't have a bunch of hands sitting here right now because I'm doing this stuff. There's like candy everywhere. I could probably put them on manually, which will be time consuming. Oh, we'll stick with jelly beans. I'm not going there. I tried, you guys. Okay, so here we go. Let's get these mounted. I'm going to try, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount a jelly bean right against the base of the ear. And maybe I can brace the ear that way. Is what I want to try and do. That way we can make sure the ears are braced. On each side. That way it's braced. Like up in here. We're just going to brace that. Get that a brace. Okay, so let me finish this jelly bean area here. And I can put a, you know what I could do too, you guys? Make sure these ears stand up. I have an idea. We have a yellow there. Give me a. Okay, purple. Where's the purple? I'm gonna here. I have an idea, you guys. To help brace this thing and make sure the ear stays up. Since we're doing jelly bean rose on here, I'm gonna do like half a jelly bean by the ear and brace it up. And that way I can brace the ear up on both sides and it won't fall over. I need red right there, red or something, so make sure I have a red. A nice red one. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to brace the ear. That way they don't fall down. Hey, Margarita, welcome back. Margarita. Okay, so I'm just going to put this right here. But yeah, I'm going to brace this. The idea is to brace the ear. There we go. Hey, that worked. That worked nicely. Put the edge down here. So good to see everybody tonight. Happy Easter, everybody. Did you guys watch any cool Easter movies? Easter Parade? Usually it's Chitty Chitty Bang Bang Day, huh? That's usually the one that gets played. I was just watching NASA. You know, watching for the astronauts. Seeing what was going on with them. Okay, so we know this is going to be kind of awkward up here because of what I'm about to do. So I'm going to get my half cuts in. And since we have red on that side, we're going to put red on this side. Now that's going to keep this from falling. Okay, where's the other, what color was that? I don't even know the colors on here because it's so dark. I think that was a black. The purple and black look the same to me. I think it was a half black, of course. I think it was this guy. So what I'm doing, because we don't want these ears to fall. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the jelly beans, I'm cutting them in half, and I'm cutting them again. And I'm propping like the half up against the ear so it doesn't fall. It doesn't have to be perfect. Northern California is all I can tell you, Indigo. We're not supposed to release our location on TikTok. But I'll give you a hint. The state capital is in my downtown area, if that helps. I can drive to the state capital. Oh, SoCal, yeah. No, you don't have to apologize. It's just a rule TikTok has for our safety. I love Southern California. I have a lot of relatives and friends that live down there. Can I ask what state you're in? No apology necessary. You guys are good at decorating this stuff, you know? You got good taste. We need a black one now. I got a purple waiting to go too here. So let's do a purple and black. We'll put it black on the bottom. Shape it up really good, you guys. I'll start off when I flip the roof around, you'll see it. Thank you, guys. And again, if you haven't given me a follow, give me a follow. I promise, and I'm not lying about this, I promise to make you laugh and smile every day when I do my regular show. Thank you so much. Okay. A bad feeling about. I put that little orange ball on there, and now I can't put that on. Thank you for the follow. But I promise to make you smile every night. Take you away from your troubles for a while. So, okay. So let's start running colors down this way now. Put an orange here. We're just working on the roof here. We're adding jelly beans on the roof here. On this side, and then we're going to be heading to the other side, doing the same thing. Hey, Fred, are you still out there? But I'm fun to watch as a psychic. You'll never be bored during my psychic readings ever. I have ADD, I have OCD, so I don't like to sit still. So I am always up and down, moving around, singing songs, telling ghost stories, talking about my day, talking about my dog, things like that. Sharing my life with you. Oh, that's already too there. We don't know that. Too much yellow on that end. Okay. But yeah. So I like to share my life with you. You there. Because unlike TV, life is not a giant Hallmark card, Red. I wish I could have music on. If it was TikTok, we'd have music on in the background. But can't do it. I've got other places other than TikTok on tonight, so. Copyright, and more copyright. So we're almost done with this side. I hope when I flip it around that you guys can see it. But like I say, I grew up doing arts and crafts. My mother was really talented at doing arts and crafts, and she's the one that got his kids into it. So I had my sister and my brother and my brother-in-law. Everybody did crafts. Christmas trees, made our own. We were the kind of people that made our own ornaments. Had a great fun childhood that way. So I enjoy doing this stuff. This is coming along nicely. Got a little bit hanging over the edge here, didn't expect, but I might cut those later. We'll see. All right, I'm going to flip this around. I hope you can see what I'm doing on this roof when I do it. Hey, user. Hi, guys. Trying to see y'all. All right, I'm going to flip it around. I hope you guys can see what I'm attempting to do here. So let me show you the roof so far if you can see it. Oh, gosh, I just glued. Okay, here we go. We're flipping around. It's got feet on it now. I'm trying to make it like a sphinx. Yeah, I like it from the back. I really like it from the back view. You can stand up better. There we go. So I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me just see if you can see it from the front view. There it is from the front. See how we got those on there? This guy kind of flipped over. We'll have to fix that. See how we got it from the front? It's a bunny. It's a bunny rabbit. You like that? It's a bunny rabbit. So I'm going to flip this way with it because we are working on that. I don't know if you can see the roof from here. Yeah, you can see the roof pretty good. See the roof? There's our roof right there. You guys like that? Not too bad, huh? Let's make sure this stands up. So what do you guys think? Good to see everyone here. Kiss, kiss, love y'all. Make sure I got the right height on it. Yeah, the right spot. Hope everyone had a great holiday. Easter week. Anybody travel this week? I got a bunch of ones in this. Travel this week? How many did I put on the other side? I gotta count that. Make sure we have evens on the sides here. Oh, I forgot to put one on top there. Nobody said anything. Oh, you know what? Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, wow, look what I did. I kind of double weird. Well, I need to like move something then. Like you go up here and you go down here. Now we're even. Now it's even. There we go. Close enough for being even. Just needs one more. Okay, let's go with the black here. That's why it's uneven. Needed one more. There we go. Now we got 6. Okay. Now we got 6. Okay, let me move this back. So it's 6 up and 6 down. Hi, Amy. Welcome. Walk projects. So no matter what, 6 has to reach down the bottom. So, okay. Now I know where we're at. And again, we are going to do half ones and quarter ones up this middle so that the ears don't go falling off. Because the last thing we want is for the ears to fall off. Am I using orange yet? Yeah, I haven't used red yet. Good to see all of you guys. I figure a couple hours tonight and this thing's done. Thank you. Well, yeah, because, you know, like I said, I was sitting here looking at it all week doing this main, and that's where I thought about, with the face like it is, that it actually looks like a sphinx. Oh, I just dropped it. Dang, damn it. But to me, it looked like a sphinx. So then I got the idea with the feet, it's because that's almost dry. You know, to add the feet to it. on the sides, which I'm going to cover up on the edges with something so you don't see the edges. It's just the feet there. And like these are for Sphinx. Sphinx. He's saying Sphinx. As in Leon, you know, the fighter. And this is already drying, so I got to get on with this, which is good. I want it to dry. But not before we get these on. 6. Okay. So now I can start moving back with it. But yeah, there's a rich history in my family of building arts and crafts. Always had a craft or two going on. My mother worked for Pacific Bell, AT&T. But throughout her career, she also worked voluntarily in the arts department. So she did a lot of things for the arts department at Pac Bell. So there was always some type of project going on here at the house. Always. Let me make sure I know how many rows I went in. So I went in 3 rows. Okay, I got it. And Angel, here's the front. How's that grab you? Pull it back a little bit for you. Look how fun that looks. We got this. Okay. Just be aware that the system, microphone stop, all kinds of stuff going wrong today. Like I said, the system might reset and you may not come back right. So I might have to go back in and get you guys hooked back up. It's just something the system does. TikTok, that's not a problem. Hi, guys. Happy Easter, everybody. We are building an Easter gingerbread house. Actually, we're putting the finishing touches on the Easter gingerbread house. Orange. We haven't used orange yet, huh? Yeah, orange. Good to see everybody. I hope you all had a good Easter. Had fun. My family's here in town. Okay, so this next row is where things get interesting because what we're doing, and it looks like I might have some longer stuff on here. What we're going to be doing, well, actually, because, it didn't line up like it did earlier. I'm going to push these over a little bit on the side. I got to get to line up here. There we go. So what we're going to be doing is we don't want this thing to fall. You know, the ears to fall. So what I'm doing is I'm taking these jelly beans that I have put in half. And I'm putting them on the bottom edges of the ears so that they don't fall. The flat side. And that will prop them up so they don't go down. Because that's been a worry that they're going to fall. We don't want them to fall. So I'm going to kind of be squeezing in here, trying to make sure they stand up. Okay, let's do a dark color on that. Purple. We'll make that one so it doesn't fall. So what I'll do is I'll take it, divide it in half like this, cut the jelly bean itself in half and then turn around and take the small half like that and prop it up against the bunny ear. so it doesn't fall down, because there's danger, that the bunny ear is going to fall down, and we don't want it to fall down. So there should be, let me look, there should be only 2 on there on the pop-ups. How did I do? Yeah, it's just 2. Looks like 3 almost, but I did 2. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to do a prop-up. I wish this would stay up. There's always one problem, child. Okay, so I'm just propping it up is what I'm doing. Okay. At least the AI hasn't said anything about not seeing my face, because that's something they're stickler about too. Okay, so let me get these in, and then I'll prop them up on the back side as well. So they'll get propped up on the back side as well. And that way they won't fall down. Then once we get done with the roof, we're going to move on to the sides. We're going to finish the sides off. The sides need finishing off. Black up there, or purple will work. Purple. No, because that's purple. Gotta watch my colors. So we gotta finish the sides off around where I installed the feet, the legs, to cover that up. And I did get edible Easter grass. Oh, that's what I was fitting in there. I just remember what I did. I did buy some edible Easter grass. Okay, we can't use that color. Think. Purple. Purple, that's the color. Where's the purple go? There's another purple up here. Right here. I want to use this half purple. There we go, right there. Okay, I gotta start at the middle here. This can go here. There we go. And then we need a yellow. No, we have yellow there already. That looks like interesting. No blue jelly beans. That was a pink, so we want to look at orange. Nope, there's an orange there, so that was out. Too much green. We'll put black. Okay, let's do a black right there. I have one right here. We'll put a black right here, because that other one was purple for sure. Okay, so now we're going to start coming down around the ear. One's going to go up by the ear up there. So I'm going to put a green up here to brace it. I think that's what I did. Let me look at what I did on the other one, the other side. How I brought that around. Looking fine, bunny. Okay, I put a full one on the top. Okay. Oh, on the end there's a full one too. On the brace on it. Okay. So what we're going to do then is we're going to brace with the full one up there. We'll grab one of these. I'll put a yellow on the top up there. No, we'll put a red one on the top up there. Cheap on mine. So I'm going to put a red one up here. Let it brace. There we go. Again, we're bracing these in because you don't want them to fall off. Okay, so we're going to come back up now on this side. This way they're not going to fall. Right, because you're going to put the back. Okay, so you're going to come down off of that. Try to remember what I'm doing here, how I did it on the other side. So we are going to come with like regular ones coming down here. So here comes the next row coming down. Okay. It is so good to see you guys. I welcome you all here. Thank you for coming. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. It helps though. Good to see everyone. Come on in. You guys dropped another one. That'll be great when it gets engraved in my carpet. This is my photography studio. I'm a professional photographer. Oh, that's because there's one already there, dummy. Okay, I didn't see it. I'm a professional photographer. So this is my photography studio. Why are we doing video in here? Because, of course, because of the lighting. The lighting's set up for photography, so it works really well with video work. So it became my video studio as well. Okay. And how many rows on the bottom did I do? That's the question. I got to figure all that out. Let me flip back around. I should have counted these before I did them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Got it. It's shaping up, guys. It's shaping up. So I got 2 more rows to make, but I also have to do some half ones up here. So again, we're doing half on the top to make sure it doesn't fall forward or backwards. So I'm going to go ahead and put my half up here. Put a half a green up here. Brace it in there. We're bracing with these two. Make sure it stays up there. I'll put a half a red up here. A lot of you up tonight, man. A lot of you folks up tonight. That's okay. I'm a night owl too. I don't sleep at night. Okay, so we got those propped in, which is what we wanted to do. So hopefully this does help support it a little bit. Make sure they're right against there to help support this. So let's go ahead and finish putting on our I almost said jelly bellies, our jelly beans on here. And then we'll get back to the sides of this thing and build the legs up a little more. You know, do some decorating along the sides to build that up a little more. Then on the front, we're going to add the edible Easter grass. Hi, Mystical McCoy. We're going to add the edible Easter grass. Yeah, we should just get 6 on here. We're good. Yeah, so we're going to be adding edible Easter grass on here. For the front. Which we can do if you guys want to do it. I can go ahead and do that. When I flip this around, I can put the edible Easter grass on the front. Because that's how we ride. My dog is in there glaring at you guys because she wanted to be out. She was in her crate so I could go to dinner with my family, and I took her. Trying not to get these colors bad. I had her out for a while I was getting the show set up, and then hi Nikki had to put her back in, so she's not real happy right now. And again, next week we're going to be putting together that rose. That's 286 pieces, but they're real tiny little pieces, so it's a harder build because they're not a real Lego. It's almost like Brio, you know, like a Brio brand. So we're going to be doing that next week. Hopefully it's a one-night build. Last time I built something like that, I'm an Oakland A's fan, but obviously not anymore. Now I'm a Sacramento A's fan, and I must have run these closer because we're running really weird on it here. I'm gonna have to spread them out a little more. Weird. I don't know how that happened. Anyway. Green. I didn't know where I was going with that. I forgot where I was going with that. Oh, I know. So I was one of the last people to get the mascot for the team, Stomper. I was one of the few last people to get the mascot. To get the team mascot. Brio. Because they had a custom Brio for it. I was one of the last people to get the Brio for it. And this is why I think this thing that I got, to build that rose, is similar to the Brio. Because the Brio only had like 200 pieces to it. That took 2 days. That was an incredible project. And it had little tiny, like a normal Lego piece, whatever the sizing is on them. This thing had like these green or no, or purple, orange. This thing had like tiny pieces out of instead of the normal Lego size. So it was a challenge. And this one that I'm getting that I'm going to be building next weekend is like that. All right, one more on here, and the roof is done right now. So we'll start working on the sun. Let's put the grass in on the front for fun. And we'll start working our way around it. One, two, three, four, five. I need one more. You know what? There's a half green here. We're just going to throw that on there because there's not a lot of room on the end. Okay, that's done. Let me show you the head, the face, and the top, and the head with the ears. I'll flip it around this way, guys. All right, there's our front with the ears. What do you guys think? And then we got the roof. There's both roof sides. And they look about the same. So that's kind of really cool. So what we're going to do here is what I want to do is figure out, because the legs that are sitting there look really good. I do have an issue with the size of the legs right in here. There's two ways I can go with this. One is I have these, okay? I could do something like this with it, although it may not stick. The other thing I could do, and it's a test to do it, I have to have some place to wind it what I can do because I'm not using the peeps. Is I can pour the stuff out of this, right? And I can cut these in half and then put them on. That's what I'm thinking of doing. So the carrots go on. Let me try that, okay? I'm going to try that. Let me take this stuff out of here. I wonder what flavor that is. Let's find out. I don't even know if this is orange with flavor or not. Ooh. All right, I'm not sure. Yes, I'll stop eating sugar. Looks like eating. Remember those things we used to get? Those straws, remember? Yeah, Kool-Aid. So I'm going to try something real quick. I have an idea. Remember that there? Yeah, pixie sticks. Yeah. I have an idea. Let me see if I can do this without messing it up. But I have an idea for this. It may not work, and so far it's not working. There we go. There we go. There we go. What I want to do is divide this in half if I can, without messing it up. My poor scissors. I have to go buy scissors after all this. My poor scissors are not happy. Yeah, tastes just like pixie sticks. Let me try from the other end, see if I get a clean cut without cutting my fingers off. Nope, I don't think it's going to cut because it's going to move on me. Or maybe I can. All right, aim, fire. Oh, it fell. Of course. Oh, no, I did. I got it. Well, let's see. Let's see what I can do. What I'm attempting to do is maybe cut it in half and make it fit, but I don't think it's going to work. Not quite what I planned and had anticipated doing. I can't get the cut any further, so, but, because what I want to do is stick it against there, but I don't think I can do it when it's like fully tall. It's not going to fit good. It's not going to hold. There's still got to be a way. Hang on. Wish I had an X-Acto knife right now, but I don't. If I had an X-Acto knife, I could get this thing. What if I cut the tip off? Or not. I don't want to lose an appendage either. I was just hoping that, beyond hope, that we could cut this somehow. And if I could get it in half like that, I could, hi copper, I could actually put it against the building. It would look decent. Well, booger. Who just came in? Hey, Granny. If I could just get to cut open, I just need an inch. Let me see if I can, I don't know if I can saw it either. I don't want to hurt myself. If I bleed, I'll bleed everywhere. Thanks for liking the light, Granny. I want to do something with these sides. So now, well, you know what? That's not going to do what I want to do. So, plan B. Let's go ahead and get, I don't know how to fix this. Here's what we're going to do. We're the, where are these? Nope, not those. We're looking for the blow pops. That's what we'll do. We'll use the blow pops. Let me get the blow pops. I have it. This can be fixed. Let me get the blow pops. There they are. Okay, I need 2, 4, 6. I need 8 blow pops. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do blow pops. No problem. There's 2. Well, good. I can eat the rest of it like pixie sticks. 4, 6, and 8. Hot dog. I had pixie sticks with. Okay. Here's how we're going to do this. Same way I did at Christmas. Hi, Annalisa. How you doing, buddy? We are having Easter craft night. I'm building, and I'll show you. Annalisa's a good friend of mine. Goes back, way, way back in my ghost hunting. One of the best psychics I know. See our buddy face? There you go. Look at that. Easter house. I made an Easter bunny sphinx. If you see back here, he's got his feet on there. We're finishing off the bottom. See the feet? Easter Bunny Sphinx. Check out Lisa. She's coolest. She's one of the coolest cats I know. Okay, let me get a sizing on here. Here's how we're going to fix the side there. Because we want to run this right here underneath the roof. So, I need to take off. Okay, got it. Freak. Okay, let's see if that's high enough. That's low enough on this. Till it goes through one of the holes. Perfect. I think we got this. So let's take the wrapper off this bad boy. I can get the size right. Good to see everybody. We're not that far off finishing this project. Nope, not at all. Man, I'll be eating candy till. Okay, I need to go off another ½ inch. Then I can do it. Another tiny little bit. Then I'll measure the other ones to match. Excuse me while I use all the forces of nature here. That'll work right there. That might have worked right there. Almost too small. It'll work though. All right, let me cut the other ones the same height. We're going to want to be almost the same height on these. Right there. In order for this project to work. Because they're going to go on that way. So what we're going to do, right there where my finger is, show you what we're going to do. That's a miscut. It's dang, man. Dang. Yeah, how they got that short? Yeah, that's too high. Of course I miscalculated. How about right about there? Okay, right about there. Cut, you sucker. Did it slip again on me? I swear it slipped again on me. Ooh, that's close. Okay. That one's close. So let's deal with that one, see how that goes. Okay, we're going to mount the first one to test it. Good to see everybody. So I figure we got at least another 30 minutes, 40 minutes on this. And then we're going to have a wrap on this, which is fine, you know. So the way to do this usually is we're going to mount one here. Because what we're trying to do is we're trying to block anything that was kind of messed up on here. So we're trying to kind of like put a block on stuff so that you don't see stuff that's messed up. That's the whole key behind this. Like any kind of mistake, you know, that we made building like on the side where the legs are. We're trying to cover that up so that they can't be seen. That's the key behind it. So I'm deciding whether or not we should put the Easter grass down first, and then we'll fix the sides on the front. So I think we should put the Easter grass in. So let me go find it, the edible Easter grass. And then we're going to go ahead and hi, crystals. And then we're going to go ahead and there it is. This is Easter grass. Yeah. Well, I opened it. I know. What an idiot. Probably sour gummy. I won't eat it. But see the little gummy Easter grass? We got edible Easter grass. So we're going to go ahead and lay that in. And then we'll go ahead and we'll put the side blocker on there to I gotta watch. Let's go with pink underneath the Easter grass because I'm running low on this. So let's throw some pink on there. Oh, by the way, ow, nothing fell. Don't you fall. Don't you go on the ground. Don't you make me have to bend over to pick you up. Okay. By the way, I have enough frosting left over. I could do a baby shower. Seriously. I could do a baby cake or something. Enough frosting. Where did all the brushes go? It's Sunday craft night at Aprilfinal House. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna mount. I thought I got another knife. If one doesn't have a spatula, one uses a knife. So we're gonna make the porch pink. So let's make the porch nice and pink for him. And then we're gonna add our Easter grass. Then we'll add our stuff on the side that's gonna cover up any mistakes that we made on the sides on this thing. I'll even give it a walkway through the grass. Yeah, I'll freeze it. And there's stuff I can spray it with to keep it good. The last batch I did, I kept them for a whole year before they fell apart. It was kind of cool to see them all year. And what was fun about it is every time I walked in here, it was fun because it smelled like Santa. It smelled like Santa's workshop. You know what I mean? Coming in here, so that made it fun. Oh, I like it. Okay. Nice pink porch with some green Easter grass. And that'll give me a chance to leave a walkway in here for the rest. We're almost there, guys. And then, like I said, I'll shoot some video of these things. I have to, as soon as this one dries out, I'm going to make the repairs on the vacation house because the vacation house, the roof fell in. I kind of expected it to. Because that frosting that came with it was horrible. Just like the same frosting came with this one. And that's why I didn't use that. I used my own frosting on even this one. Because I didn't like the frosting that came with the vacation house. So, okay, let's see if we can get some grass on here. Get some Easter grass on this bad boy. And then we'll set up for the sides and make it the sides look better. Da, da, da. I got to write some letters and stuff tomorrow. Take care of business. Got some personal business and important stuff I got to write up. But I will be back here tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Pacific to put a smile on your faces. Guys, if you haven't followed me yet, give me a follow. We're not doing readings tonight, sweetheart. That would be tomorrow. That's my night off. We do crafts tonight. If you come back tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Pacific, and I'll do it. And just FYI, if you want to laugh every night and have a great time, give me a follow. I promise to make you laugh every night. We have a great time, and I'll do your readings for you. Okay, so let's put the Easter grass on here. Here we go. Time to put the Easter grass in. Yeah, so come back tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. And the list does fill it fast. I am a popular psychic on TikTok. So here's the Easter grass, right? I'm just going to lay it in here. Just randomly lay it on. I know it probably should be standing up, but we're just going to lay it in like just grass particles on here. Too bad I can't stand it up, but it won't stand up. So we're just going to lay it in for fun. Definitely gummy material. Sugar everywhere. I got to laugh at the AI on that one. That's funny, AI. Fixing mistakes in frosting. AI nailed it. Chalk went up for the AI. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad, actually, if I do it that way. It's like a bunch of green worms. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. It looked bad at all. So this is edible Easter grass. We'll leave the walkway pink. How's that? The walkway up to the house stays pink. There we go. Thank you for sharing it. I appreciate it. Every Sunday we do some type of craft. Or like I said, we're going to start rotating Sundays, and we're going to do ghost stories by the campfire. The AI is really on it tonight. I give the AI credit. I'd eat this, but I don't like gummies, and I certainly don't like sour gummies. I like sour stuff, though. I just don't do sour gummies. Okay, well, I think we got our Easter grass. Throw some of that out there. There we go. I think that'll do it for the Easter grass. I could have cut this with the scissors, been more artsy with it, but yeah, that works. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to start covering up the mistakes now. And how do we do that, you might ask? Well, my foot moved. You know, you can't do that. You have to go that way. There you go. And you might ask yourself, how do we cover up the mistakes? Well, like for the feet here on the corners. And that's going to be harder on the rear because I didn't leave a lot. I didn't think about it that I was going to do this. So I didn't leave a lot of space on the rear to do cover-up work. Okay, so we're going to get some of the white. We're going to glob it on here. That's why I didn't do white on the front porch. Just like that. I'm going to glob some on the bottom. And then I'm going to mount this right here. Just like that. Just like that right there. Okay? That is not going to go anywhere. Okay? I guarantee that's not going anywhere. We're going to let that stand for a few minutes. Because what we're going to do is we're going to take this guy. We're going to mount him here. These will be mounted in the end because what we want to do is we're going to want them standing up when they dry. So these are going to have to be mounted last. Okay? However, we can mount these guys. The ones that are on the inner portion of this thing, we can mount these guys right away. But the other guys are going to be mounted last. Okay? So here's what the front looks like. I'm going to put this other one on. You can see what these other things look like. And then I'll flip it around for you. So let me get this one up. Make sure this stays pat where it's supposed to. By its foot. Right there. I'm going to glob here. Good to see everyone. Good to see you all. Excited to have you here tonight. Okay, let me put this one in now. Then I'll let you see what the front looks like, okay? With the added stuff I put in. We want this about right here. Let it sit there. There we go, it's down. And so again, give those time. We're going to have to give them time to dry because I need to do that on the other side so that they match up. And that'll cover up anything that's weird on this. So here's the front. The front's done. That's it. That's pretty much it. So let me pull this back. I don't want to drop it. There you go. See the Easter grass? See, the front is done. That is it. Over there, you guys got the other that works here. What do you think? That is your front. So now we're going to do the same thing in the back. Not bad, huh? That is your front. Looks like a 4-year-old did it. That's how I am. And that, kids, is how I operate. So I'm going to set up the back right now. I'll turn this towards you so you can see our little friend. I'm still not done with these carrots. I still, there it went. See, you're going to have that problem tonight. With these things coming down, they will come down. I got to glob more stuff on there. It needs more on there. That's why it popped down. Plus, I'm moving it around like a fool. Let me see something. Am I even on anything? Okay, let me have this. Put some more on it. That's why I can't put the other side on right away. Till this sets. Because until this thing sets, it's going to be bouncing all over the place. It's got to be horrendously globbed. So I'm going to kind of tilt it more this way because we want to make sure it sticks to the stuff itself. So we're going to kind of do a different kind of tilt on this one. Okay. I'm going to work on this side is what I'm going to do. Give those time to dry. And I think the side needs a little more than what I have on here. Okay, here I think I can put, I think I'm going to pour this stuff up. On the side is where I think I can put these up. Those will work on the sides. Hi, guys. Surprised how many of you are up tonight. Good Lord. Let me pour this stuff out. Of course, it got clumpy. There it goes. Find the right angle for it. I'm just pouring this stuff out. I think I can get these up on the sides pretty successfully. It's where I wanted to put them and I can't do it. But that's okay because we're gonna improvise over there. So I mean, that's not an issue. Okay. Now let's see. I'm gonna go ahead, since the windows over here are done in pink, I'm gonna go ahead and use the pink on this. And this is still too tall. That is a problem. So I gotta cut off this top part, the round part, if I can do it. If I can get that cut, that should do what I need to get it up there. There we go. Of course, I crushed it because I'm an idiot, but okay. Oh, still too tall, huh? No, it's not. I got it. Yeah, it's still too tall. Well, crikey. These carrots are... Well, I can cut the top. That I can cut. So I'm going to take another half an inch off of here. If I don't cut my fingers off. Come on, fingers. Yeah, right there. I'm not happy about it, but there we go. And again, it just fold over. Humor me. Perfect. Okay, so I should be able to get the carrot on there. In theory. Let me try it. Just wish it wasn't so dang dark in here. Let me see if I can get the carrot up there for you guys. I should be able to get the carrot in. Right in between these two windows. And it worked. Just what I wanted to do. So yeah, that's really cool. That looks really cute. It's a carrot. That looks really cool. I can live with that. I can live with this. I'll show you right now what I did as we're working around the sides. So I don't want to shake it too much because, like I said, we're trying to get this stuff to dry. So here's a carrot. Oh, I got a foot fall off. See? Having issues with fall off because I'm moving it around too much. Luckily, the feet go easy. So can you see if you guys can see the carrot as I'm bringing it around? Hang on. Oh, we lost that. See, this is going to be a problem until I got to stop moving it around so much. This is my fault for moving it. So there's a carrot. See if I can get to where you guys can see it. I got to put the carrot on this side anyway. I'll fix it. All right, let me bring it forward. Try. Hang on. Yeah, I got to stop moving it. So this is the last time I'm going to move it around for you guys to show you. Look, I got the carrot on the side. See the carrot? I was able to get the carrot on that side. So that's cool. Let me get this back up and then yeah, those have to dry carefully. I gotta put the foot go. So, okay. Let me put the foot on. There's the foot. It's gonna take a while for these things to dry on there. All right, so let me cut another carrot. Cause I gotta put them on the. I gotta start putting them on the back walls too to match up. But I'm gonna put the carrot on. Let me get the carrot on, and then I'll start cutting the down to those other lollipops up. And for a minute, I'm doing pixie stick. You know why I'm up all night, right? Thank you for the likes. We're really close to finishing. Excuse me while I eat a pixie stick. Yum. I don't know how fun they were. Can't quite make up. I think it's supposed to be orange. Hey, glad you guys are hanging out. Welcome. So how do you like it so far? Think it's a fun project? You guys think it's a fun project? I think it's one of the most elaborate ones I've done in a while. Thank you for the like. Guys, if you haven't followed me yet, give me a follow. I'll put a smile on your face and make you laugh every day, I promise. These are addictive. Too tired to move? Maui, welcome. I did that yesterday. You know, like my home, because my storage shed was collapsing in, so I can't get in there anymore. And like all my Halloween and Christmas decorations everywhere. And boxes. So I was moving boxes around, putting stuff away, and got to the point yesterday where I was just like non-functional. That's enough of that. And I mean non-functional. That's why I ended up going out like at 8, 9 o'clock for Chinese food. I just couldn't do it anymore. See, now that one fit perfectly under the roof where the other one didn't. Yep. Didn't have to mess with that one at all. Let me glob. Globby time. So I got to do some of the side too. I'm not too happy with the sides because they're kind of plain. Figure out what I want to do on them. But right now, the main thing is getting these things up. There we go. That one works. It's touching the ground a little bit. It's going to be a problem. I should have just taken some of the top off. I may have to. I think we're going to have an issue with this. Moving it around. Hang on. That was a cluster for me. See, I think this is a relaxing way to end the weekend. Admit it, you guys. It's a relaxing way to end the weekend. Give me a follow. We're going to have fun this week. Got lots of plans for readings. Lots of plans to entertain y'all. There we go. Now it'll fit. Lots of plans to entertain y'all this weekend or this week. Gonna have some fun. Good to see Jeff. Good to see everybody. Maui. Good to see you, my friend. Constructing. There we go. The ultimate Easter house. Yep, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Well, let's see if I can't get, and I don't know if I can do it because the stuff has to dry. And there's really no place to anchor it, but we're going to try it. So we're going to grab another, whoa, don't fall. Blow pop. I just wish I did more on the sides. And the back needs a little more to my taste, but we're almost, like I said, it's really close to be done. Really close. So we're going to get a blow pop. Throw it on the side here. I'm not hiding from you guys. I'm right here. Hi, Sherry Lynn. How's it going? Good to see you. Ha, same color. We don't want same color. I want different color. Give me different color. If it wasn't for the dollar store, I could never afford to decorate these things. So there's 2 ways I can do this. But first I need to cut it. Like right about here. Right where that's at. That's what I need to do, is cut it. Right here. Okay, so let me look and see what I want to do here. Ooh, I made it too short. You dirty rat. But that's okay. Again, this has to be done a certain way or it's not going to work. Oops, no, that's not working because this is wet still. Dang it. I could go that way. I could go that way. Yeah, what should go next, guys? I think it looks better this way. Getting it to stay that way is going to be an issue. I have no idea how to get it to stay up there. Should have cut the stick longer. Because we're up higher with it. What if I cut the stick? Because the problem is when I made the sides, I did not make, that's where it's going to be a problem. When I made the sides of this thing, there's another way I could do this, but I have to be able to cut those. I wish I could cut the carrots. Actually, I need 3 more carrots. I need 4 carrots. I just had an idea. Now that I know that I got the carrot up over there, let me see if I can find 3 more carrots. Probably used them all. I'm waiting for this to be easy. Let's see if we need more down here. Actually, there's one there. Okay. Ready for that. Okay. Actually, I can use a carrot if I have. Where did I just touch? There's another one. I got 3. I need 1 more carrot. If I have 1 more carrot, I can pull this off. 1 more. That's all I want. Oh, God. That's not an idea. Since I'm running carrots on the side anyway. That's not an idea. No more carrots. I thought I dropped one. I just had an idea with the carrots. Alright, let's see what I can do here before I go. Yeah, I had an idea for the carrots. Let me see. I did drop one. We're good to go, you guys. I just had an idea for the carrots. I can utilize the carrots. Ugh. That creak you hear is my back. I just had an idea for the carrots. Hang on. Just had an idea for the carrots. Okay. God, my floor will never be clean again. My production floor here, I'll have to clean it up and hope I can clean it. Okay, I just had an idea for the carrots. I'm going to have to empty them all, but I have enough. Do I? There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I have an idea how to clear these sides off here. And it'll be perfect. Okay. Cover up this part right here. Yep. Yeah. I wish we could get the green part of the carrot up there, but we can't. Yep, we got this. Perfect. Let me take this off. Just got an idea. As we empty out all the candy. That would fit. Oh, I'm only off by half an inch. All right, I can just take the top off a little bit, the round top. Just a little bit right there. That's all I need right there. I just had an idea. Okay. Okay. Yep, okay. So let's make this pink as well. We're running a lot of pink on here already, pink. Just had an idea, you guys. That would end this whole hassle. Okay. Just had a brilliant idea. It's almost too long, but it's perfect. Here, put it right against there, which is where the other lollipop is going to go. But now we changed and we're putting carrot right there. I just wish there was some green in there. Oh, you know what I could do for green? You know what we can do for green, you guys? Ha 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 ha. Oh yeah, watch this. Watch this, you guys. Give me 3 of these and some white frosting. Watch this, guys. We'll start with 2. Here we go. Yeah, I have an idea. Watch this. Yeah. Hello. Okay, another one. Yep. 3 should do it. That's perfect. Give me some white frosting. I just had an idea. I am obviously a night person. Hello, everybody. Give me a follow and I'll make a smile and laugh every day, I promise. Okay, let me take this off real quick. I'll take that off too. I'll be back on in a second. Let me get these in here, okay? Let me get these things in here. And there it is. Say hello to my little friend. This needs some more stuff on it. So we're going to go with pink on this since we're here. Make it all stick. Here we go. Okay. Got it. Okay, here we go. Got it. Say hello to my little friend. Put the foot back on. And we're good. Yeah. Sometimes I scare myself. That's perfect. Paper towel would be nice. Can't wait to clean in here. It's going to be crazy. Cleaning in here is going to be crazy. After all this is over. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we're going to do a carrot over here. Same thing. Let me put another one over here. Yeah, we got this. Now we got what we needed. Yes. I wish I could show you guys. I'll try and flip it around and I'll lose those other things when I get done. So I can show you guys what I did. Let me cackle in peace, will you? Here we go. Bye-bye. And don't say it's a waste of candy. It kind of is, but it's not. Okay. Yeah. Take that off. Hey, dirty rat. You don't want to come off. My poor scissors are starting to lose consistency here. You don't want to cut anymore because they've been cutting through plastic and stuff for days. Okay. See, all this could be cured. All this could be cured with a glue gun that I don't have. But on the other hand, the last time I had a glue gun, I dang near glued my fingers shut. Okay. So let me add what I need to add here. For this one, make sure it's the right height. Yep, right there. Perfect. All right, so what we need is 3 of these. You guys are going to like this. Trust me. That one. Wonder what I was going to do with all this Easter grass. Edible Easter grass. Here we go. That one. Sometimes I scare myself. The brilliance just comes out of my body. In your Easter bonnet, with all the brilliance upon it. Do 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 do. In the Easter parade. Here, put that there. Yeah, okay. Hope everyone's having a good time, relaxing. Okay, got that on there. Get the other one on there that I need. And we're in business. Do we have the top of the carrot? And then we'll get the pink and we'll melt the carrot. Okay. Let's get this taken care of. In your Easter bonnet, with all this stuff upon it. Do-do-do-do-do-do. In the Easter parade. Probably get nailed by the other network. Yeah, no, that looks cool. There we go. Here's what I'm doing so you have an idea. I had to take the green part off, the leafy part off the carrot, so I can fit it. But these bend, so I can fit these on instead. For those corners. So we got a way to do the corners. How you like them apples? Okay, let's get this one mounted. There we go. And because those bend so well, it's perfect. It's a perfect fit. There it is. Yep. See, because these don't bend and they won't fit under there. Perfect. And that worked out perfectly. Okay, so this side, I can figure out what else I want on this side, so I can finish off the side here, and that'll be the end of the side. I wish I had more light to look at it, but I don't. That looks very good. One of my brilliant ideas. Da, 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 da. There we go. Fit perfectly. I'm going to try and flip this around so I can do the other side. And we're this close now to wrapping this up. We are that close to wrapping this project up. Because I'm one of those people that will sit here all night looking at it, and I'll find things that I'm going to fill in and do stuff with. That's why at some point I have to just stop, because otherwise I'll be here for the rest of my life. And so will you. Okay, so let me, I'm going to flip it around. Let's hope that it doesn't collapse off for the best. So you guys can see. And I can work on the other side. Because the other side needs work. So here comes the front towards your way. Okay. And here comes this side for you. So you get a look at it. There's no way to grab it on the front, is there, right there? See the side with the carrots? Not bad, you guys. Not bad. I'll pull it back a little bit for you and show you what I did on the corners. Nice, huh? So let me do these two corners. And then we'll figure out how to rig the lollipop on there so that the lollipop doesn't come flying off. Okay, we're almost there. We're this close. We're this close to finishing. Sad. It's always... I think we had a bunny fall off, and we don't have another bunny, so I won't deal with that. It's always bittersweet at the end, you know, when you're doing these projects. Let's get this carrot on there. Always bittersweet. What's going to be bittersweet is when I have to clean my floor in this area up, and I won't really get that stuff off of there. I hope it just mops up. I may have to repaint the floor in here, but that's all right. We had a good time. That's all that matters. Because there's no way I'm doing any kind of Lego like it is now because there's just too much chunk on the floor from doing these pageants. All right, so let me get these two carrots set up to go here. I can actually, I'm going to do it. I can squeeze a few of these into those center carrots too, you know, the greenery. I can squeeze some greenery into those. So I just might do that. See what I mean? If I sit here any longer with this, I'll be up here all night doing little tweaks to it. And it's not even that kind of project. This is just an easy, fun project. And me, my OCD kicks in, and I'm up all night fiddling around with it, trying to make it work. So that's the stuff I have to watch out for, because my OCD will kick in. Let me slip to cut this one, which is what has happened right now. Because I'm seeing things I could add and take away and add and take away from this. Okay. That one fits right there. Right there. There's the roof line. There's the roof line right there. This one's got to cut a little more off to fit to that roof line. There we go, right there. I'm able to line the feet up better too than what I had. So I just want to have to cut a little more for the roof line. The roof's a little lower on this side. But it's also, like I said, it's also allowing me to... Come on, come on, come on. It's also allowing me to adjust the feet so they look better in the position that they're in. Perfect. Okay. Yep, there it is. Okay. So let's make the first one on this side. Then we'll deal with that one. Okay, so here we go. Let's get the Easter grass in here. Now I'm going to see if I do the middle one how hard that's going to be, because it is a wire cut. Probably have to stuff probably like 6 or 7 of these things in the middle one. But I think that would look really cool. Okay, let me get these done so I can place them. There we go. All right, pink. Pink for Chevrolet. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, cool. That one's on. There we go, right there. How's everybody doing? Still hanging in there? Hi, Simple Voice. Welcome. Is this all edible? No. I wish it was. I really wish it was all edible, but it's not. Okay, we're going to try this in the middle. I think it might take like around 6 to put in the middle there. It'd be cool if it worked. It'd be very cool if I get it to work. I'm guessing 5 or 6 to see if I can do them in the middle there. How we got there? 6, yeah. Let's see if I can do it, because that would be really cool. I gotta fill that hole up. The one on the end is wide too, so I had to cut wide. It worked perfectly with the feet, fitting the feet in. Let's see what I can do here. See if I can make this work. Boy, that has a reset once over there. I'm impressed. Usually it resets a couple times. For even still broadcasting. Okay. Just trying to get these things set up to place them in. All right, let's see what we can do about the middle one here. Because, yeah, that definitely needs some plants in it. Some carrot grass. All right, let's try it with the 5 I have, because some of these are thick. So I'm going to take this off. I hate to do it. Well, it's on there good. We're going to stick it in there if we can. Yeah, get that one in. That one's in. Okay, we're going to stick some of these other ones in with it. Perfect. That worked. Oh, yeah, we got some good carrots to go on here. We put this guy's thick. That'll work. This will probably close it off. Close it off for now. Too big? He might be too big. Let's try the other one. Guy might be too big. Here, stick that one in. Perfect. And there they are. Absolutely perfect. And they're not going anywhere, as far as I can tell. Yeah, that's perfect. So it took 4 of them. Just trying to force it in there. Trying to make it fit, guys. Stick in there. There you go. Okay, now I'll put the other one together. The one on the corner. Da, 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 da. Yeah, that was perfect. Got that off right there. There we go. That one's going to bend because it's long. That one's like extra long. I think it's in there. Hang on. Pull it around. It's not even in there. I gotta make space for it. Looks like it's for there. It is. Now it's in. There you go. That worked. Glad I thought of that. Okay, let me get the next batch in. We'll put the one on the corner where it belongs. Get that up this straight back in where it belongs. That is perfect. That is absolutely perfect. Wow. Oh, they like it. That is perfect. Then I'll have to go on the other side and do that one. Then you guys can see what I did on this one. I can't wait to shoot for these things to dry and do video on them. I hope they're dry by tomorrow because I gotta move this. I gotta move this stuff tomorrow for the other show. We are so close, you guys. So close on this. I can taste it. Problem shooting. Do some troubleshooting, fix stuff up. I don't know if I want to put lollipops on the back of the house, like the front. I don't know if it really needs it, but we'll see how I feel. Oh, this is going to be a bigger one too, because I forgot. But we got that big number 4 right there. So that should do it pretty much. Put it in here. I don't know if there's going to be room for this. This one's awfully thick. Oh yeah, fit. There we go. Okay. Let me get this mounted. Perfect. Pink is a good color. I like pink. As long as I'm not wearing it, I'm good for pink. Okay. This foot's on. We want the foot on. That's what we're going for, is to make sure the foot stays on. That's the key behind it all. That looks cool. See if I can swing it around without losing anything. And I can get the other side. Excuse me. Put that center one, get the one on the other side to have its veggies at the top. So I'm going to try and move this. We all know what happens when every time I try to move this, something always inadvertently goes wrong. That's perfect. Yep. Okay, so you guys saw what I did on this side. So what I did was I went ahead, and I'm going to do it again. I went ahead and put the greenery in the center one, which turned out really good. I'll show you if I can get this around without breaking it or breaking anything off of it, because I'm an idiot. Show you what I did. Both sides have the carrots like that. Let me bring it over. And see what I did? I put the greenery in the middle one as well. So I'm going to do that with this one. And that'll take care of that one. So I'll add the greenery in that one. And like I said, guys, we are almost there. Almost there. I mean, I could probably just say, hey, we're done now. I could probably just pull the plug right now if I wanted to. So what do you guys think? You think we're almost done? We think we're done? What do you think? Once I put this greenery in? What do you guys think? Nobody's answering. Are you guys going to sleep? What's going on? That only took 4, but I don't know. The last time. We'll do 5 just in case. What do you guys think? Are we almost done? Okay, I guess it's running the right way. Well, I always wondered what it'd be like to be up late on TikTok. Now I know. Never done a super late TikTok. We've gone till midnight before, but we've never gone past midnight. Let me get this going here. Get this one in the middle set up. Just trying to think what I want to. It's the sides of the back is kind of weird, but trying to think what I want to add before I end the project. Because this project is just about over as it stands right now. We are just about there with it. Does this too. Okay, that was done. So we got what we need on that one. Good. Okay. Okay, so I'm really at that point now where trying to figure out, little things now that need to be done and finish them off. That's where we're at with it. I'm so surprised that stayed up as long as it did. Now I got to push everything off because I got to get my contacts off tonight. Okay. Okay. So it's looking good. I think what I'm going to do on the windows here is I'm going to throw a jelly bean like right in there. And that'll fill that space. And then that probably do it. I mean, the back has stuff I need to have done, but I'm not really seeing anything I want to do in the back. The only thing we need is a cottontail. So what I'm going to do, that's what we need is the tail. So let me get a marshmallow. And we're going to make a cottontail. But right now we're going to do this with the pick so I can get this side pretty much done. That's red. Okay, there you go. There you go, right there. Just a random jelly bean. So we want to make like a cottontail for it. Make sure this stays up there. Everything stays up. Okay, so there's I think, yeah, I just put a random jelly bean on there. That should do it. There's the back. We got to make the cottontail. Hang on, everybody. I have to go in the other room real quick, okay? Let me go see if I have a Santa cap somewhere that I can cut the back off on it and get us a cottontail for this guy. That turned out really cute. That's insane. It just turned out, it is so insane. Wow. And you look at it from this view, which you guys will see in the photos. That is insane. Let's go see if I can get a cottontail. That turned out insane. That's really cool. Who'd have figured? That is just insane. Let me look for something here. I thought the dog. Wiped out a cup. Let's put up some stuff. Oh yeah, here it is. This is the one she bit off. And my dog bit off a set of cow. My dog bit it. Okay. So luckily, I forgot that the dog bit off the back of my set of cow. Hello, Cottontail. So I forgot that the dog had grabbed a Santa cap. I don't know whose it was, and she bit the tail off. The top of the part where the little football thing is. Check it out. We have a cottontail. There it is. Let me see what we can do with this. That's a big cottontail. If I try to cut it, I'm going to try and cut it, see what happens. I really don't want to ruin it. But I don't know if we should have it that big on here. Here comes Peter Cottontail, hopping down the bunny trail. We're almost there. Easter left its way. Yeah, that makes it perfect. If I can get it on there. Geez, I don't know if I cut it, if it's going to ruin it or leave it its size. I only need like half of it, really. I have another hat over there, but I'm not going to ruin this one of my Santa caps. Ooh, that's a big cottontail. All right, I'm going to cut, see what happens. Pray for me, everybody. We're going to cut it down the size. Here's what we're going to do. It'll let me cut it. So we're going to give it a haircut. Here we go. We're going to make it smaller so I can make it fit better on there. Here comes Peter Cottontail, hopping down the bunny trail. Hippity hoppity, Easter's on his way. Like cutting my dog's tails, right? Yeah, see, it'll cut down. Yeah, here we go. We'll get this tail on there. That's going to finish the back. That'll be the end. Hippity hoppity Easter's. Oh, so hopefully they'll let me go all the way down to a smaller size. God, I'm going to have to. God, this stuff's going to get all over my house. There we go. Cottontail, baby. Give me a second, you guys, while I fix the cottontail. It's already smaller, which we want. Almost there. Here comes Peter Cottontail. It's all good shooters. The Santa caps. Then I'll have to figure out how to make a stick on there. Almost there size-wise, you guys. Nice round cottontail. Here comes Peter Cottontail. We're almost, I tell you, we're so close. You can taste it right now. Let's wrapping this thing up. I think I got a good vacuum. All right, let's see where we're at with it. Still awfully big, but we're getting there. Almost there. His tail should be almost that big. He's got a big face. Easter's on his way. I just don't want to pop it to where it doesn't shape or anything anymore. Keep it somewhat round as it goes on there. Looks like 1/3 the size it was. I'll probably find the Santa can't be mad now that I cut this. I think we're good. I think we got our size now. Let's see. Yep, there it is. Yep, we're going to put it on. All right, see how I'm going to attach it. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the cottontail. There it is. Let me move this around, see how we're going to attach it. All right. Somehow to attach the cottontail. Hippity hoppity Easter on its way. Okay, we're going to take this off. This has to come off. We got to make space for it. Yep, let me get a bunch of pink. It's all about the pink today. I'll get this bad boy on. I think that's going to be the last step tonight because we got to make the cottontail stick. So, no matter how messy this is, get this bad boy to stick and dry on there. All right, here we go. And put this under there, erase it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a cottontail. Okay. There it is. Thanks, Santa. That's just about it tonight, you guys. Let it dry. We are done. We have finished the project. And wow, what a project it was. What an incredible project build. What an incredible build this was. What a fun build. We are letting the cottontail dry. That is it for tonight. And I think that's all we're going to do. You know, like we could put some things on the back of this to kind of put a little more candy back there, but I don't know. You know, I think we're good. I really think we're good. I could do that though. Let's try this. I'll put that on there. But like I said, I think we're good. Let me see something here. If I can put that over there. Yeah, I can. Let's put 2 lollipops on the back. And we're good. We are good. That is the end. And wow, what a build. I didn't think I was going to get this involved with a build like I did. But what a fantastic build. What an incredibly fantastic build this was. And I'm going to do thank yous, and I know we're not supposed to, but all the candy came from my local Dollar Tree. So I have to thank them and for having it in stock. Let me cut this, and then we're going to wrap it. It's over. I could go taller up here. Let me think about this. Or do we want to match the front? We might want to just match the front. I want to go taller or shorter. Let me see what I want to do here, because what I do now determines what's going to happen, you know, what it's going to look like once it dries. Wow. This turned out incredible. All right, we'll make it shorter. I have to measure these. This was an incredible build. Probably right there. I'm going to put 2 of these on, and that's the end. This was an incredible build, you guys. Absolutely incredible build. And thank you guys for being so patient. I know I had some days I wasn't available to do it. Okay, let me put this on there. Hopefully it sticks. We want it to stick. Cottontail sticking nicely. On the other side tomorrow, before I completely finish it off, I'll add the single jelly bean. But we are officially finished. And what a build. I did not expect, when I came into this, I thought it would be a nice little basic thing to build. I did not expect it to be like this, you know, to have turned out like this, like it did. And I'm just absolutely floored. Wow, what a build. So let me see if I can mount this thing. And get the last 2 lollipops mounted. And call it a night. I got to move all this back anyway, like I said, because I need to work up here to get my contacts out tonight. There, right there. So that's part of what we want to do. Make sure that glue's on. And wow. That is just wild. Wow, wow, wow. But again, I want to thank everybody. I'll be cleaning this room up for a week after this. but it was worth it. I want to thank everybody because this is the one. This one did not go the way I thought it was going to go, and it ended up a little more complicated. But boy, wow, wow, wow! I'm just gobsmacked by this. Absolutely gobsmacked by this particular one. Just gobsmacked. So before I even attempt a Lego, I got to go in here and spend a couple days cleaning. Get this place back under control. I'm not attempting any building Legos or anything in here until I get this under control because right now it is a mess. My floor is a mess. Everything's a mess. And again, thank you all for being so patient, waiting on me to do this stuff because it did take an extra time to do. And I really appreciate the patience because I really ran out of time, literally ran out of time doing this time. I got personal, I'm still working personal stuff. Okay, let me get this one mounted. Hopefully they stay up during the night, so when I come in tomorrow, there's no surprises. But that is it. That is the end, except for one thing on the other side, and we are done officially. That is the end of this one. Wow. Absolutely incredible. So I can't wait to see it when it's dry. I can't wait to share it with you guys when it is dry. I'll shoot video of it for you guys, along with the vacation, the National Lampoon Vacation House. That'll get footage. But it's done. Wow. Absolutely incredible. So that's all she wrote. So I'm going to say goodbye to everybody and hope you have a great rest of your night. I'm going to try and get some sleep. After I move this stuff a little bit because I need to get to my own private contacts and stuff. And I hope it's dry enough tomorrow because I need to move this tomorrow, get ready for tomorrow's show. I'll be back at 6:30 p.m. Pacific tomorrow doing tarot card readings. Free, of course. And I hope you guys are available to join me tomorrow. It's going to be a fun time. And for those of you that haven't followed me yet, I promise I will tell jokes, sing for you, and put a smile on your face every night that you come see me on doing the show. I promise. But for now, I have to say goodnight. I'm tired, and I've had a long day. And like I said, I will see you tomorrow. I know I got to put a red one of these underneath the window to match the other one tomorrow. That is it. And got to clean up in here before I even do my contacts and get my contacts done. Hopefully none of these guys will fall off. But that's it. And wow. It was a blast. Absolute blast. All right, everybody. That's going to do it. I'm going to shut Facebook and YouTube off and call it a night. And tomorrow, we'll move this around. If it's dry, we're going to take photos. I hope I'm going to be able to pick this up because the way it's designed to pick up the bottom to move it around. Otherwise, I might have to just shoot it on this when I take the photos of it. So I don't know yet how this is going to react to me moving around. But that is it. That is the end. And wow. I want to thank everybody for being here for me and be working with me on this. Thank you all, and for being patient. The fact that we didn't get done so much later than I thought, and as far as production on this, working on it, and the time limit I had, and all that stuff. So I want to thank all of you from the bottom of my heart for being here tonight, and yeah, wow. So let me get you guys over here, over YouTube and Facebook. Say good night to you guys. If you're still around or you're still awake, carry around the house here.